I think I could put it on in the background.
Well, we didn't know.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome,
We're
everybody.
back.
Happy
The
Wednesday.
Bad Boys are back.
We are back. Episode 181, Season 4. Taking you way back in time. I'm one of the co-hosts, Jamal Smith. I'll begin it, unlike normal. And then
I'm one of the co-hosts, Tony Raines.
I was waiting for Instagram
Tony Raines.
to start.
And
we got
Mr.
Busy bee in the place to be, and I do eat chicken and collard greens.
Oh, wow. Isn't
Right.
that fancy? So today,
Fancy on.
as usual, Marcus, I apologize. I didn't come prepared as usual because
Yeah, he
today,
messed up.
we were focusing on some other stuff, but as usual, today is what? It is hump day. Gotta get that camel twerk
That
going.
camel looked like somebody with a bad BBL. Except the stomach is butt.
That is bad.
It wouldn't be a BBL.
It'll be a
Don't have no back.
BBB. It'll
No
be a
butt.
BBB. Brazilian butt belly.
So today we are talking about old school technology and some of the things we had in our abodes or our families' homes that in some cases was cutting edge technology at the time. Because if we think about what we got nowadays, we look at that stuff and we're like, what the heck? Anyway, what's up, AD, AB, Alicia Ben? How you doing? Good morning, Erica, Lynn, Stafford. Thank you for joining.
You know how we do it.
Yeah.
We got the faithfuls in the house.
Faithfuls. No, that's right. What are you eating now? Seed candy?
Yep.
Man, those are... you always know what those are.
Everybody know. The butterscotch.
Ooh, butterscotch.
Original.
Yeah, I used to like those.
All right, well, I'm doing my sharing real quick on Facebook, and then I'll just jump into the slides, and then we'll start talking about all that lovely tech. And then,
Go right ahead, sir.
maybe we can compare, what we had then with what we got going on now too, because there is a big difference, similar to what you're talking about in terms of the computer that we have in our hand versus what we had
Right.
before.
Yeah,
Whole
my
computers-
favorite company, Tandy.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, Radio Shack was a Tandy company. Remember
Yeah,
that
that's
on
what it was,
the
yeah.
commercials?
That's right. All right. Well,
Then
here
they
I go.
came out with the keyboards with the computer built into the keyboard, which
Mm.
is weird to me, but
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Right on. So we got a nice wide variety of slides today. As usual, we'll begin with the Altadena Community Center, serving as the survivor support location. This is pretty much the first stop that you go to in your recovery efforts. You can meet with folks from SBA, DCBA, the treasurer and tax collector, as well as the assessor's office, and possibly some more services there. They're located at 730 East Altadena Drive and are available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have any questions, you can reach out to them at 626-398-6174. And they also have this QR code you can scan to get some more information. Then we have the LA County One Stop Permit Center. Of course, it's still located at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210. This is when you're ready to start the rebuild process and start getting things rolling with that. They have walk-in hours Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. They also give you the opportunity to set up an actual appointment with the rebuild consultation. Those are available Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., as well as Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. You can also set up an appointment with the Southern California Edison Planner. Those are available Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 a.m. to noon. And in order to set up these appointments, you do have to go to the website, recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/one-stop-centers. And then waivers and refunds. The county is actually waiving and refunding permit fees for homeowners rebuilding after the Eaton and Palisades fires. Homeowners who've already paid can potentially have your fees refunded, and those who have yet to pay, you can potentially have your fees waived. I say potentially because there's certain qualifications and project eligibility requirements. So to qualify, you must demonstrate that you both lived in and owned the property prior to the 7th of January of 2025. And then the eligible projects are a replacement of your single family home, which was destroyed by either of those two fires. And that does include accessory structures such as pools, ADUs, garages, etc. Also, it does include standalone ADUs for temporary occupancy during the rebuilding process. However, what's not eligible are commercial properties, multifamily or temporary housing projects, rental units, or any other property that was not damaged by the fires. Now, should you qualify, or if you believe you qualify for a refund or a waiver, you want to go ahead and fill out the form, which you can get to by scanning the QR code or going to recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds. Once you actually get there, it is an online form that can be completed online. So once you've completed it, you can include it in an email to recovery@planning.lacounty.gov, or you can print up a copy and submit it in person. And the nice thing is only one form is necessary because it does cover all departments. And we do still have the CalAssist Mortgage Fund, which is providing 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $20,000. Doesn't have to be repaid, and it is free to apply. And if you do actually get this grant, the money goes directly to your mortgage servicer. When you do apply, please be prepared to provide your mortgage statements, your bank statements, utility bills, homeowners insurance or FEMA claim, as well as your proof of income. And to be eligible for the CalAssist Mortgage Fund, your primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to the qualified disaster, which would be the Eaton or Palisades fire or any other qualified disaster from the 1st of January of 2023 through the 8th of January 2025. Also, you must own and occupy the home with up to 4 units on the property. And lastly, you must meet the income limits of $140,700. Now, to apply, you want to go to CalAssistMortgageFund.org, and at the very top of the page, there is a button that says apply. If you need help with the application process, you can get phone assistance by dialing 1-800-501-0019 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. However, if you actually need some assistance in person or are actually close to one of the centers, then you can get the help in person. One is the One Stop Building Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA. And the others is the Altadena Community Center, which again is at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. Now, this service is available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and is provided by Neighborhood Home Services. Now, Hope Now CRCs has weekly talks located at 1800 North Lake Avenue in Pasadena. The weekly talks are from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So on Mondays, it's Men Talk Monday. It's a safe and supportive space for men to share, learn, and grow together. Then Women's Talk Wednesday It's hosted by Mia Williams, Foothill Family Encouragement, and you can have open conversations and tools for women. And then there's Teen Talk Thursdays. This week's focus is LGBTQ plus teens, hosted by Alex Harvey, Foothill Family and supportive community space for teens to be heard and connect. They say, come as you are, leave greater with revived hope. And you should sign up online 24 hours in advance to ensure space and as a courtesy to their guests. You can get information at info@hopenowcrc.org, or you can go to the website hopenowcrc.org. So LA Fire Justice is again continuing their ongoing workshop series designed to provide a roadmap and answer your questions about the rebuilding process. The latest one was yesterday, where they discussed designing your future home and plans. The next one will be next Tuesday, where they'll discuss choosing the right builder. And then the following Tuesday, October 7th, where your rebuild game plan will be discussed. The location for each of these is at the Altadena Coalition at 409 East Woodbury Road in Altadena. Opening remarks begin at 6:30, then at 6:45, the guest speakers begin, followed by Q&A at 7:30. They also have the Ask an Attorney, which is every Wednesday from 4:30 to 5:30. I now have a link you can scan for that Zoom. Their attorneys will be hosting virtual office hours to discuss the Eaton fire and their case against Southern California Edison. Join on Zoom every Wednesday to speak with one of the attorneys and get your questions answered. As they indicate, no cost and no appointment is necessary. So you can definitely check this out each Wednesday. And that was, I gotta get rid of that one. Nope, here we go. So September Rebuild Social at Good Neighbor Bar. So join friends, neighbors, and the Realm team on September 24th, which is today, at Good Neighbor Bar in Altadena from 6:30 to 8:30. Good Neighbor Bar is located at 2311 Lincoln Avenue in Altadena, and there is free venue parking. They do ask that you scan the QR code to reserve your spot for this event. And then the Pasadena Village is providing Centering Sounds free concerts in the park. I believe this is the last one in their series, where it'll be the Great American Songbook and Classic Rock with Anne Louise Christensen. It is today beginning at 5:30 p.m. at Washington Park, which is located at 700 East Washington Boulevard. And it is for those impacted by the wildfires and the community. Lawn seating is provided, and if you want to participate or register, please scan the QR code on the screen. Now, free grocery goods. This is today, September 24th, from 12 p.m. until supplies last, and it's going to happen at the Rite Aid parking lot at 735 East Altadena Drive. They do ask that you bring your own bag, and this is happening in partnership with the following organizations: Home of Kings and Queens, Welcoming Initiatives for Social Health, Feed the Children, Food Cycle LA, Watts 360 Foundation, and GCH. I'm not sure what that stands for, but definitely today from noon until supplies last. So definitely check this out at the Rite Aid parking lot, 730 East Altadena Drive. And then today also, which happens every Wednesday, is the We Out Here.
We out here.
From 12 to 3 p.m. at the world famous Fair Oaks Burger at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. Want to make sure that you bring your proof of Altadena residency, so that's your ID. Make sure you bring that. Some of the items that are available are free love and prayers, legal advice, free thrift store pop-up, groceries, hygiene products, vegan hot meals, farmers and a farmer's market, and much, much more. They do ask that you bring your own bag and make sure, just basically bring your own bag and be there early. And if you want to participate in this, partner up, or donate, please reach out to juicylittle.org for more information. LA Fire Justice is having another event. This is an Eaton Fire Town Hall, which will actually be this Thursday or tomorrow. It's going to start with dinner at 6 p.m., followed by presentation at 6:30, and then Q&A at 8 p.m. It's going to be located at the Salvation Army, which is 960 East Walnut Street in Pasadena. So definitely check this out if you want to actually be live in person to be able to ask some questions. Chris Holden, attorneys Doug Boxer, Michael Watts, and Rico Reyes. And then Soul to Soul Solutions and Jazzy Jam for Empowerment, in association with the Paseo, present Jazz at the Paseo Summer Series. For all intents or indications, this is the last in the summer series, obviously, because we're in fall now. Hopefully they do continue this as long as the weather is cooperating, but we'll have to find out. So this one is going to actually be a birthday celebration for Wayne Lindsay and all the Libras that are in the house, plus a special tribute to Frankie Beverly and Mays featuring TJ Wilkins. It is going to be tomorrow, September 25th from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Paseo, the courtyard at the Paseo, which is located at 300 East Colorado Boulevard. The host is going to be Guy Black of KJLH, and some of the other special guest artists will be Sun Woa Love, Asia Ray, God, and Lynn Fidmont. It's all white attire is suggested. Seating is first come, first serve. And bring your folding chairs, and then charcuterie board or charcuterie bites are available for purchase. So they do have a QR code that you can scan as well. If you want more information, you can go to jazzyjamfoремpowerment.org/concerts. Just a few more slides and we'll be good. So the Altadena Chamber of Commerce and Civic Association is now accepting applications for the Altadena Business Recovery Grant Program, Round 2. This is for Altadena businesses and nonprofits only. The grants are available from $500 to $1,500. And for more information, please scan the QR code above, or you can go to the website, altadenachamber.org. And just keep in mind that the deadline to fill out these applications is September 26th, which is this Friday. And Chris Holden, his 26th annual Community Resource Fair and Block Party, remember, is back on. Was canceled earlier because of the heat, but it's back on for this Saturday, September 27th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. the 500 block of East Jackson Street between Los Robles and El Molino. And there's going to be vendors there. There'll be resources. Altadena Talks will actually be there. So definitely check it out. It's a fun event if you have some time. I think the weather will be really nice that day. Here Lay a Home is actually, that exhibition is having their closing reception. It's going to be located at the Armory Center for the Arts at 145 North Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. The closing reception is Sunday, September 28th from 1 to 5. You get to join the Here Lay a Home collection for a final walkthrough of the exhibition and community story booth sessions with perennial memory lab centering our Dena elders and artists. Please remember that if you are interested in seeing this, the gallery hours are Fridays from 2 to 6 p.m. And then on Saturday and Sunday, they are available from 1 to 5 p.m. So they're open every day until Sunday, Sunday being the last day. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with Sunday being the last day. So definitely check this out. Then we have Action Altadena Rebuild Fair Take 2. This will actually be Sunday, September 28th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Victory Park at 2575 Paloma Street in Pasadena. Join us, bring your family, be a part of a supportive Altadena community as we rebuild together. I look forward to seeing you. And I'm not sure if they're still accepting this, but if you're interested in being a vendor, you can go to the link below. I'll read it this time, actionaltadena.com/event-save-the-date-altadena-rebuild-fair.
Remember, there's a dash in there somewhere.
That's utterly ridiculous.
Well, to
I
read it, but it works.
I would have been like, "This is the link. Read it."
I did many times, but
Not
I
doing
felt
all
every
the
now and
dancing.
then I can just read it for those who weren't viewing it. The Pasadena Senior Center has their next community care event happening on September 29th, which is Monday, beginning at 1 p.m. There are going to be grocery cards available with proof of fire loss. Now, the topic is property taxes related to the Eaton fire, and it's what you need to know. And this will be presented by the county assessor, Jeff Prang. The location of the Pasadena Senior Center is 85 East Holly Street in Pasadena. Definitely check this out if you have time. Then the Altadena Chamber of Commerce and Mariposa Junction are seeking Altadena small businesses, artists, and makers who sell goods, wares, and experiences for the Altadena small business market. They are encouraging local youth groups to apply as well. Now, the actual event will take place on November 29th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. That is a Saturday, and it will be on Mariposa between Lake Avenue and El Molino. However, they're asking for vendors and they want vendors, and the deadline for this application for vendors is the 30th. So that's next Tuesday. So if you're interested in being a vendor, please scan the QR code. And then lastly, this will be our event, which is taking place on Saturday, November 22nd. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., located at the gymnasium at Loma Alta Park, located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. We're calling it a Day of Thanks, and it is presented by Altadena Talks Foundation. Please scan the QR code if you're interested in participating in this. We do have a maximum capacity of 1,000. And once we do hit that number for registration, we are going to close it. So if you're interested, please partake in this as soon as possible. And with that, I bring everybody back into the mix. I'm going to remove my slides from the presentation. And we're going to talk. Oh, we got a bunch of, got a bunch of people that joined. I like that. Got a few comments there. That's pretty cool.
So Derek asked, are these slides available to share? And I told him that we put them in the community group.
Yeah, I would say the vast majority of them are. However, a few of them are not. But yeah, I'll try to make sure.
No, not at all.
I'll try to make sure that they're all in the community group. Some variation of them are in the community group because I try to make sure that that's another location. Definitely check that out. So it's way back Wednesday. We were trying to figure out you could also share the episode. That is correct. That is correct, Marcus. You can share the episode, and within each episode, you can definitely get that information. Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, it'd be best to go to YouTube to get majority of the past ones because Facebook deletes them after 30 days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Lives only, not real videos like the ones you upload. They don't delete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wild they did that.
I think they ran out of space, to be honest.
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, you got 2 million, 3 million. No, what was it? What is it, 2 billion people on here?
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
What was that?
So, yeah. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about microwaves from 1980.
1960s. It was before 1980.
Right. Well, we didn't have one in our house until, I don't know, 19.
No, I definitely didn't have one. I know that's right.
I don't think we had one in our house until I actually moved into my own place. My dad was not a microwave guy at all.
Exactly. So we're talking about technology that we had back in the day, in particular cutting edge, comparing it. I mean, we'll talk about how it compares to what we have nowadays. But one of the things that was mentioned, and that was Tony had mentioned that they had a microwave pretty early on, had one of the first. And this is the one she had, the Sharp Carousel.
So let's tell the real context. Don't be saying Tony mentioned. I got on and you were like, we're gonna talk about technology, and we know you had everything. Yeah, let's get it right. Don't just be saying, oh, Tony mentioned. You said something, and I said, oh yeah, we did. We had.
Of course.
Well,
we all had
mentioned.
everything. Your dad was an engineer. He
right,
did all
you
kind
knew,
of
Brian, what I meant.
Your dad probably built the first microwave, Tony. Don't be trying to keep us from history.
He didn't, but we did have that Sharp Carousel.
And around when was that?
Huh?
That was like in the 70s?
Oh, yeah.
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 It was crazy, though, because that one picture that I brought up was from the 60s, and I would have thought that that's what one of those microwaves would have looked like from back in the day, like an early one. See, I had brought this one up. Where is it?
I was like, no, we didn't have that.
Yeah,
He was like, is this the one you guys had? I was like, no.
This seemed like one of the originals because it was a dial and everything.
And a button.
And one button.
Dial and start.
That's
and
not what
open
we
the
had.
door.
I was like, no, we had one with push buttons. And I looked it up and I was like, here it is.
This one said this was from 1983. And she said hers was earlier, so she had that super top of the line push button. That is awesome.
I was maybe 13.
That beige one that looked like old computers. It was probably from Walmart.
So we had the things we had that microwave probably in like 78, 79, something like that. Yeah, because I was maybe Lomel to Elliott at the latest. So that Sharp Carousel. We did have, I think they were Marantz. It was some little stereo system that we all had in our room. And let me look. And it was like the cassette, you could popped out, you put the cassette in there. It had a little thing you lifted up, and it was the turntable and then all the radio dials. So I had one in my room, my sister had one in her room, and I think my brothers might have had one in theirs. I don't know, they shared a room. But
you're like, I don't care. I got what I got.
No, I'm not sure. But it was, and if it wasn't Marantz, it was something else. But it was like kind of all in one unit. So we had those, and they had the little speakers. Because I would always be getting knocks on my door to turn my music down. And y'all know how I was about my room and my door and all of that, right? I'm not doing that. So, and then what else did we have? Thanks to my parents, because it wasn't nothing thanks to me, because I was a kid. But, we had that refrigerator where when you open it on the door, you know how you have ice machines in the back?
Yeah.
But you open the door, not the freezer door, the refrigerator door, and there was this section that came open, and it had these little juice things. We would buy the frozen juice. My mom would at not Costco, Fedco, which was previous Costco, right? Before right. So it was Fedco, and the lemonade, the fruit punch or whatever, and then you would pull these containers out and pour the frozen thing in there, and you put it back in, and then the water would mix with it as you put your glass up. So you would get your ice, and then you would get your lemonade, orange juice, fruit punch, whatever it was. But that's kind of refrigerator we had. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Watch.
Yeah, that was my first time ever hearing about those. No,
it was juice.
Yeah,
we weren't special.
In the door. Shut up. Hold on.
Juice in the door.
Well, no, that's what I'm doing. Juice making. That's what I just put in. But juice making in the door. Making. It was these little containers. Juice making in the door.
I mean, that's dope. I just never.
Yeah, it was okay. Dispenser. That's what juice dispensers. Hold on, juice making dispenser. It was probably junior high school. We had that. Anybody else on here have that? Tony was part of the Jetsons.
Right, exactly. You can't even deny that.
Hold on, I'm gonna find this refrigerator. I wish my mom was on so she could say, "Yep,
I mean, I don't doubt it.
I know y'all don't believe me, but for real.
No, I don't doubt it. I just never seen it.
Yeah.
And that was from what, the 70s too?
I think
was that a little later.
Yeah, 70s or early 80s. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Because literally all you did was open the refrigerator door. It was like a compartment that closed. You open that and then you pulled out. They were containers that were, I remember, kind of rounded, I think, and about this long and about this tall. And you took the top off and we opened the can of frozen, whether it was orange juice, lemonade, fruit punch, whatever, right? Put it in there. I think we put a little water in there with it too, and then just put it back in the slot. And then anytime we went up to the refrigerator, you could, press to get your ice out. The ice would fall. And then you could either get water or you could get whatever juice. And I think it had 2 slots because I remember we had always one with orange juice. And it would mix with the water coming down. Yeah. And you just get it and go. You found it?
No, I didn't. I'm just saying that's dope, though. The more you're describing it, the more I really wish I had one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was. Oh, wait. Let me see. 1970s refrigerator. 80s. Yeah, I'll keep looking. Drink dispenser.
Okay. Well, while she looks for that,
while you're talking about the other stuff.
And she had mentioned a combo device with the turntable and the cassette player and everything. But how many of y'all remember this?
Yep, we had that too.
The turntable, the radio, and the TV combo. And then I don't know. Again, I'm gonna talk about.
And then the TV knob used to get broken off.
So the dial would break off. Yeah. So what B said, you had to use the pliers. But how many of y'all had it where the TV busted and doesn't work, and you had another TV on top, but the other 2 parts did work? I had some family members who had that. Huh?
So me and my sister, I think I was 10 and she was 8, and we were watching TV. And there was a fire on TV, and she thought that she could help by pouring water in the back of the TV, and it blew the picture out, but the sound stayed on. So as you all know, my dad's blind, so he said, now you're going to see how I feel when you watch TV, and you can't, because my dad used to get mad at me because we were watching a boxing match, and I'm 10 years old. He goes, so what's going on? I said, Dad, he keeps hitting him. And he goes, who's hitting who?
Right.
And I say, the black shorts is hitting the red shorts. He goes, you have names. I be like, oh yeah. I always forgot he was blind.
That's right. See, Derek. No, I know, that's hilarious. He's like, come on, son, you gotta give me a little more than that.
Right.
What the heck? Yep. Derek says the component set, and in some of them below the record player, they had a little slot for you could keep where you can keep the albums.
Well, there's a slot on the right there in that one with the lid up. That's where the albums are. You see it?
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, these are speakers. I'm tripping.
Yeah, well, because that was the old school one. Now,
remember how
the
big
newer
those tubes were on the TV?
The speakers used to open up and they'd be attached to the door and you could put something in it, but the speakers were woofers. So you really couldn't put too much in there.
Right.
And I think then we went to the modern day ones where it was the long stackable. Remember with the speakers that were the same height? Now that's when I thought I was the stuff back then. 91.
Yep.
Woo, boy, I had everything. The Kenwood, remember Kenwood? That was a popular name.
Yeah, that's when you had everything the same. So Kenwood, what was it, a tie?
Oh, that might have been what we had, Kenwood or Akai. I don't think it was Marantz. Maybe not. I'm
they probably had Harman Kardon in your day.
No, it might have been Akai. I'm gonna look it up. I'm still looking for this refrigerator though. Because this is getting on my nerves now. Because I need to find like the name of it. I don't know if it was Frigidaire or who, but I need to find this refrigerator. Because I found the sharp carousel we had, and then because I remember it was so neat to have that glass carousel and it would spin around. That's when I started making rice in the microwave around 13, and have never again in my life made rice any other way but in the microwave. because you put like 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, put it in the glass dish with the lid on it, and put it in the microwave for 25 minutes, and your rice is perfect. But when we got that carousel microwave, I remember that was one of the first things we started making was rice, and I have never in my life made rice any other way since I was 12 or 13 when we got that microwave.
Dang.
Yeah, show that again. That looked like what we had. But wait, I think we might have had the Akai. Hold on.
So it's Kenwood.
What's that? That looks like the exact set I had. With the 5-disc CD changer, the dual cassette, the equal EQ, the controller, and the tuner at the top. Look like that tuner at the top and the bottom. That might be a DVD player or something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I used to have that. I love that thing. I had that thing for years. Because it cost too much. I think that thing was like $2,000.
Oh yeah, it cost a pretty penny.
People be coming over, hey man, let me I'll put the record on for you.
I called my mom to try to ask her, but she didn't answer. But yeah, so those were the huh?
And I told people, they be like, hey man, let me play a record. I'll put the record on for you.
I think we had that Akai from the 1980s. That's what it looks like we had in our rooms.
So that thing at the bottom was a processor. It's like a sound processor sampling. What is it? A surround processor. I was trying to zoom in. Yeah, I had one of those. Man, I had one of those old school receivers. So remember how they used to have those, just like the system we were showing, but it was excuse me. You can have them separate. You know, they weren't in the rack. The 2 turntables on the side. That was always fun. So Yamaha. What were the other? We said Akai, Bang & Olufsen. That was
Bang & Olufsen.
We didn't have those. We might have had the Akai. It was something, one of those along those lines. Akai, Marantz, something. But it was a stacked up in the little glass. The turntable on the top.
Mm-hmm.
The cassette player, it was like 3 or 4 components. It wasn't like 10 or nothing like that Kenwood, but yes, I do remember those.
Let me see. I'm trying to look up stuff too at the same time. So, we were big stuff when we had the digital clocks. You remember those? First, do you remember the ones where they just flipped? Like the engine will flip, like at the end of a minute. It would just
yeah. Where they had the whole bunch of numbers up there.
Yeah, not digital. Yeah.
Yeah, not digital.
Analog or something right before the digital. Yes.
Yep. And then we went to the digital age where you had either the big red or the big green letters, or rather numbers like this. Remember these? On the side, had the little radio and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I had one.
That's crazy.
But you had the dual alarm, like you could put on set alarm clock.
Right. And does anybody have an alarm clock next to their bed now?
No. Yeah,
just
my phone.
You do? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, my cell phone.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything plugged into the wall no more.
Yeah.
So the phone takes place. I mean, takes over for everything.
Now pull up that electric knife, homeboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the image real quick.
This is for you Thanksgiving buffs who always wanted to carve the turkey, but always
I have one.
You had a dull knife in the house.
I bought it a couple years ago because I needed to do something, and they're dope. If you got real stuff to cut through, yep. Get one.
And the colors were always drab.
Yeah, that drab color. That is crazy.
Now, it doesn't even make you want to enjoy cooking in the kitchen with those colors.
So, I like to bake, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have 3 mixers. I have a KitchenAid. I have this other one that's super dope that it like covers the bowl. So, flour and stuff doesn't come out when I'm getting ready to, add it. Mm-hmm. And then I have a Sunbeam mixer, a stand mixer. All 3 are stand mixers. But my Sunbeam when was my daughter born? She's 38, so she was born like in 80. I don't even remember, Jesus. Where are my kids?
Like 88.
87. Yeah, that was 87. And I think I bought it in
87 is a great year, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Alicia will
Was that when you graduated high school?
Yeah, Alicia will attest to that.
Okay. But I still have my Sunbeam stand mixer from the 80s because it's so good. And it still works perfectly fine.
Hey, if you keep them up,
I think I got it in
good.
89, maybe? Let me look.
1989! Another summer. Sounds of the funky drummer.
Get down.
Not 89. But
they banned me from sharing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Some of the stuff is, 1989. That's just what I have. But some of it is so good that it still works, you know? And it's like, why get rid of it?
No, exactly. If it still works, do not get rid of it.
I have some stuff that still works, but the fire took it all.
Oh, man, that sucks.
That's the link, Jamal, for the stand mixer.
Oh, here we go. Oops.
You know me, Jamal. I keep something working, boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, me too.
Okay. Take it apart, figure it out.
Man, I used to take the stereo apart and try to put it back together before my parents came home.
Oh, you had a timeline on that. That's funny. All right, I'm bringing it up right now. Here's Tony's mixer.
I still have it in my cabinet because I have two others. I have a KitchenAid, another one, but that stand mixer, baby, from 89 still works perfectly fine.
That's dope.
So Sunbeam has some good products that have lasted a long time.
Apparently. That's really
because that's cool. 30, 5, 6 something years. Oh, she's 38. She was born in 87. So she was 2 when I got that. Yeah. So 36 years.
36
I need to probably tell Sunbeam, hey, I got an original 89 mixer.
Yeah.
That works.
You can be on one of their little commercials or something.
Yeah, they might be like, can we get it? I'm gonna be like, nope.
So we were originally talking about music. What happened?
I said Smithsonian's calling. They want your mixer.
Well, I have to find this refrigerator. This is driving me bananas.
Right. So we were talking before, while she's still looking for the refrigerator, we were talking about music devices for the house. Now, who remembers this music device for on the go?
Would you rather pull up a Walkman?
Boombox?
Nah, the boombox.
Of course I had one of those.
Oh
D! D!
DMFD! Learn to speak English.
My mom must be at the gym because she is not answering her phone.
Oh, you still keep trying to get that refrigerator.
Dude, I gotta figure it out.
So did you carry it up to your head, B? Like on your shoulder?
On your shoulder?
I tried to do that, but you gotta remember this is 9th grade. Mm-hmm. Going from 8th to 9th grade in the summer, and I weighed about 110, and I probably about 5'4", 5'5". So yeah, and that box was huge. It was Juan King's box. And so he would let us borrow it. And actually, he didn't let us borrow it. He would let us hold it because he didn't feel like carrying it. So if we thought it was stuff.
Right. But you see how it has 2 tape decks? You remember how we used to make mixes, trying to time it on the radio, right when the DJ stopped talking, so you press record and play at the same time so you can record it? Man,
I used to use that to make my answering machine, what do you call it?
Message.
Yeah. You start playing the music.
That, Jamal.
Yep, I got it.
And then you go like this. Sorry, I'm not here right now. It's not a beat. You fade out and turn the music back up like you was the stop.
Well, I heard with.
I know, me too. He's like,
well, you know how I was trying to be all sexy because I remember how you trying to make the video, the message. Yo, you reached wrong. Sounded the tone. Please leave your name and then I'll get back to you. And then the song came like, last night before we make good love.
Oh, how people
then
used
you-
to put a whole song on their answer machine before they said hi or whatever.
Yeah, that's, and so my boys would call and be like, "Hey man, we're not trying to get with you, bro. Just answer the phone, man. I'm tired of leaving messages on this long message you got."
Right.
The good old days.
And then I'm bringing this one. It's a little different than what you shared, Tony, because I'm including multiple products. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Sorry. I'll just share that one.
Alicia, your message probably had Sade in the background, huh?
Where did it go?
No, I was saying Facebook banned me from sharing.
Why?
I don't know. All my things say that.
That's crazy.
Oh, you know what happened? I got an update this morning on my phone, so I can't do my job. But I am going to go to Badass right after this. She said, "Yes, you know it."
All right, here's what Tony had put up.
Oh no, that's for anybody. Oh, that ain't the one I put up. That one looks super raggedy. But it's all good.
It's what it is, not how it looks.
It looks like they dropped it. It looks all ragged.
Oh no, that's newer. When I first got a Walkman, it was in
Yeah, they didn't look like that.
1981, and it was a cassette. But it was
that's
a little bit
Discman.
bigger than the
That's the
cassette.
CD player.
That's the Discman that we're showing. But
Oh,
you're talking
yeah,
about the Walkman.
Now I'm going back old school. When they first came out, Pops had one. It had a button that you could push while you're listening to the tape, that you could hear everybody what they're saying outside of you listening to it. So he used to do that to us all the time. I said, "Let's go, Dad, listen to music." He said, "I'm not listening to nothing. What's going on?"
Damn, how come this isn't working?
You can never get over on that dude. Boy.
Yeah, Pops was.
Is this
boy.
the refrigerator?
He had that daredevil hearing.
Okay, here we go. Is this the one you're talking about?
Oh yeah, but his was more fancy.
It was more fancy.
He said more fancy.
More fancy. It had all kind of buttons on. I think it's because he got one that was made for blind people.
Oh,
So it was a little bit, it was a little bit more buttonish.
It had
Yeah, that was the standard. Make your voicemail with some music in the background. I felt sorry for the girls that had a voicemail talking about, "He's mine, you may have had the one, but I got him out of die." I hated that song.
oh wow.
Smoking stuff.
Y'all be shocking me with stuff. I'll be like, what?
Yeah, that song is old.
I cannot find that refrigerator, y'all. Oh, that make you want to scream. But yeah, we used to get our ice, our juice, our water.
oh baby. Okay. And then I think we all had this at one point. I don't think my kids have used one in years. This right here.
The pencil sharpeners. Was that the plug-in or battery operated?
I can't tell for this one.
Remember when the light used to come on to let you know that it was operating?
Yeah. Did y'all have a trash compactor? Did you ever use one?
Yeah, we did. It was me. I would just step on the trash and then I put a piece of cardboard over it to make sure we have some more. I still do that to this day.
You mean the automatic kind that you put it in and it crushes it? I had some cousins that had those, but we did not. Because my father would have been like, "No, you do it yourself."
Mm-hmm. So what were you saying? You were telling us a story about the dishwashers, Tony?
Yeah, so we had a dishwasher, but it didn't work. And I used to always be like, why don't we get this fixed? Why don't we get, and they were like, no, you guys are the dishwasher. And I vowed when I was growing up that I would never have a home without a dishwasher because I was not going to make my children be slavish and washing dishes all the time. Now, they could load and unload the dishwasher, but I thought washing dishes was the worst thing besides laundry. I'll wash and dry some laundry, but then when it comes to having to like fold it, hang it, put it away, there's piles in places. I could just pull out the pile. So I always have a dishwasher. And if I moved somewhere and didn't have one, I've had a portable one. And then when I moved in this house, the one that I had was an older one and it was taking 3 cycles to wash. So in about 3 weeks after I bought the house, I was like, absolutely not. I'm going to get a new dishwasher. And I got one that has the 3 racks. And I remember my mom came over. She was like, I've never seen a top rack. You know, it's the one you pull out and you could put all the knives and the flat stuff. She was like, oh. And all the, you know, I was like, yeah, because I am not a dishwasher no more. And I don't know.
It's funny. I never used a dishwasher until about 2008.
Since I became grown, I made sure I had one.
I didn't even know how to operate one.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Because you remember how, had you ever got your fingers cut by a sharp knife that was at the bottom of the sink? Or you wear the gloves and water gets in through the gloves and then your whole entire hands are wet. You got to take them off.
You never wore gloves.
The water's too hot because I like super hot water and it had to be clean in hot water. And even with the gloves on, you're like, ah, it's hot. So
what do you do again when it's hot?
Sound effects. Ah! So for me, I wasn't gonna get my kids water. Or dirty water, or you let it sit too long when it's super hot to cool, and then it's cold and all the food particles are on it. And so, yeah, I was like, my kids aren't going through that. We're going to have a dishwasher. Because I just thought that was cruel to have kids washing dishes. And then, you know, you got to wash them. Then you got to rinse them. Then you got to lay them on the flat towel or in a dish rack to dry. Then you got to get another one and actually dry them before you put them in the cabinet. Otherwise, your mom or your dad was going to be like, what the hell are these wet glasses doing in the cabinet? That was my experience, obviously. But I would always put stuff up that still had water on it, whatever, because I hated doing dishes. Wow. So, yeah. So I vowed and to have good dishwashers. So, oh, yes. Okay, Alicia, speaking your truth. Wasn't that the worst? All of those scenarios. Betty C. That's a Betty Crocker can opener and knife sharpener. Yep, been there, done that.
These were so cool because if you did it right, you just press it down. You could just step back and wait for it to finish, and it wouldn't fall because it still had the magnet on it. Yeah, those were cool.
I can't believe.
You're still trying
the can openers.
Oh, he looked up. Look up.
Yeah, I love can.
Okay, so. We thought we were fresh with this. When we went from corded to cordless phones. Yeah.
Remember people used to have those in their car that was tethered by a string, but it was a big old block of a phone.
A string?
The first car phone. Yeah, it had to be. It was like that, but on the bottom, it was you could pull it out of something and it would kind of retract.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
A big old block, and they thought they was cool riding around with a a phone. It's like, knock it off.
Yeah. I got those still. Oh, what about? I didn't have these obviously because I wasn't shaving yet. But look at the old school shavers. This is where is it?
I remember those phones.
Look how crazy that is. Oh, Norelco.
I bet those pulled on your hair and everything.
I remember my dad. I'd always hear it.
Yeah, no,
that bad boy's from the UK.
My dad, yeah, I see that plug. My dad used to use the magic shave, that stinky powder.
Oh
crap.
no!
He'd have every day. He'd have rolls of newspaper on the bathroom sink, and he would just lather that up, and just walk around the house while it dried, and be smelling up the house. Then he'd have his one butter knife that he used, and he would just be over it, just.
No way.
Yeah, you had to be dark skinned to use that magic shave, because I tried it one time and a whole strip of my skin came off while I was trying to scrape. I washed that off real quick, and then every time I saw somebody that was using it and they had the messed up butt, I said, "You try to use that magic shave?" I said, "I ain't made for light skinned brothers, man. You can't use that."
He needed it because he had hair bumps all the time. If he shaved, he got them real bad, so he had to use that stuff. I just remember it stinking so bad.
It did. It smelled like bad perm.
Oh God!
Marcus said, "You got to be tough to mess with that magic." You did. You had to use like that, because you couldn't have it on for more than like 2 minutes. Yeah. That's like Nair for women. How did y'all like that Nair?
Yeah, it was the same stuff, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Nair was fine because you just put it on your legs, or under your armpits, and for about, it stink, but they changed and got other scents, so it wasn't so bad. But 10-15 minutes later, you just get in the shower, wash it off. Because I would always do it right before I was getting in the shower. So,
man, he said it smells like rotten eggs. That's exactly what it smelled like. That's exactly what it smelled like. Yeah, it was horrible. Oh, rotten eggs. Oh.
Let's see what else.
Now we can't eat lunch.
Oh, Alicia said she used to have a green can opener like that. And remember when the appliances were the avocado green, the refrigerators, the washer dryers, whatever, you could get them in avocado?
Yes.
Yes.
1 second too long.
Oh yeah, 1 second too long, you're done.
Oh, you're burned.
You can't go by the instructions on the can at all. You cannot. You gotta just, when you start feeling that burn sensation, right before that.
Yep.
All right. Well, I ran out of stuff.
Yeah, that magic shave was woo. Funky cold Medina.
Yep.
He said our whole kitchen was that green.
That avocado green. Yep.
It's like the kitchen of tomorrow.
I remember the ugly tile that they used to do, which was like either pink or yellow. Oh, wait. No. Do you remember when you could buy Charmin toilet paper that matched your bathroom? Pink, yellow, blue, green, all that. Do you all remember that?
No, because we weren't into the...
You know what?
Yes.
I know. I remember when it came in different colors.
Because you weren't what?
Into the toilet paper matching. I think my mom probably would have done it. All I cared about was some there.
They chose it to match.
They had, there it is.
I found it.
Vintage toilet paper rolls. They had them in green, pink, blue, yellow. I remember because we had the Charmin in the colors that would match the bathroom. It was called Charmin Living Colors.
In living color, you can do what you want.
Northern had it. They all were, for a minute. Everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna match your bathrooms with toilet paper."
You know what's hilarious?
Well,
I'm just showing this. Hey, the small print or the last paragraph of this says Magic Shave Powder comes in blue, red for tougher beards, and good smelling gold. That lets you know that all the others are funky.
All of them was funky, even that one they talking about.
My dad never tried to disguise a smell. He got blue, only blue, and nothing but blue. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. hilarious to me.
They never disguise the smell.
Never tried to.
Like you're wiping yourself, your body. There's never been a man smiling. Oh, like the man in.
Oh,
Oh,
you
right.
are so right.
They're like, oh, my skin done fell off, burned off.
Oh,
My brother used
God.
And what were you saying, Tony?
that. Oh yeah, and I remember the other toilet paper where it had flowers and stuff on it. But can you imagine?
I remember that.
We didn't even remember. I mean, didn't even realize it was just the trend. So people bought toilet paper that was colored or had scents or whatever. But that's dye, and then it gets on your body, and we know all the dyes that are bad for internally. But we were wiping with colored toilet paper, or toilet paper with flowers. Or whatever. Now
it
everybody
was
just
causing colon cancer.
Okay.
Reverse.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a trip to see how things have changed, because we used to use lye and dye, and now red 40 and all that. It's just terrible for you.
Yeah. Hey, and we all made it through all that stuff, so we some for real troopers. Cause
We were around when they actually still use real vegetables and fruits and stuff. Yeah, now it's a chemical made up.
So you were talking about the avocado green appliances and stuff. Do you remember the wood paneling all on the walls that they used back in the day?
Yeah,
we
we had that.
We had one room that had paneling over everything, the walls and the ceiling, and then we had the 2-inch shag carpet. Do you remember that? That's super thick.
Oh yeah, my relative still got it in Ohio. I found about $50 in coins in their truck. No BS, dude. I'm not even playing. My father, if he watched, he'd probably be like, "Are we mentioning that?" But I went to my Uncle Kenny's house, and that dude had a big old living room, the shag carpet about that high, right?
Was it
And I'm
sunken
walking
or
around.
you had to step down?
Yeah, well, you could tell which parts was the path everybody walked, because on the side it looked like a forest, and there was a path to go to get to the kitchen, to get to this. And he had it there for decades. And I came over there and I'm like, what's all this change in the carpet? I just started picking it up. Like, it was like $45 in quarters. I don't know. Oh yeah, the old school tile. Yeah, the color of the tile in the bathroom, the shower. Yeah.
Remember the kitchen sets looking crazy?
Yeah, the Unbreakables. Yeah, that chair. Well, actually, those chairs. Now, let me just inform you. So the cushion never stayed screwed to this. No.
They never did.
Every time, the cushion on the bottom where you sit on, it never had took 4 screws. It never stayed. It was always one broken off. So you give that to your friend, they come over, sit in, and fall through. Yeah, then after that, everybody learned.
Here's that tile you were talking about, Tony. Damn, did I say that?
You said tile?
Yeah.
Yeah, the matching tile.
No, I was talking about matching toilet paper.
Nah, you
They
mentioned
got the tile.
Oh,
You're talking about the match your bathroom.
Oh. Yeah, just tile
I
that
gotta
they had it in every color back then.
Yeah.
Like as if people wanted like burnt orange.
Right.
Yeah, I think the burnt orange, man. Put that in my bathroom, gonna be spot. I feel you, yeah.
Or like when they used to have the old commercials. You're soaking in it.
Oh, that palm olive.
Oh, not that tile.
This is tile. There's a
Regular
wide variety
Subway
of different
tile.
ones they can put up with that. I knew several folks that had this tile in the kitchen. Oh, hold on.
That's not even a real tile.
Every time I see that tile, I'll be thinking of
That's like that peel and stick tile. I'm talking about regular Subway tile. They used to do it in bathrooms, green, blue, pink, whatever colors.
That looks like that came out of the chip. Like the mosaic.
He said, yeah, he thinks every LA bathtub had the still have some of it. Some still have it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that subway tile in colors. It was something.
Woo! Well, every house in Altadena at one point.
Had different colors of subway tile.
Oh yeah, because they had the bathrooms that was built for like when two young people bought the house in 1930 and decided that they were never going to have kids. And then one day a kid popped up, and now we got to add a lean-to next to the house. You got any more of that mosaic tile left over, Johnny? We need something. Oh, don't get started, Manny. Yeah, I remember the plastic on the furniture. My mom had a room that you could not go into, and so did her grandmother. And of course, as kids, we would always try to go in there. Oh, there's the toilet paper. Tony's in the toilet paper you was talking about, them cottonelles.
Well, that's Cottonelle. Charmin came out with it first, and then Northern and Cottonelle and all of them did it. But we had the Charmin.
Don't squeeze the Charmin.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, DL used to make me laugh talking about, your mama got that plastic on and you fall asleep while you need a spatula to get up off that couch. You be getting stuck. Help! Well, I'm going to tell a special. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say a special shout out. We got a lot of people today. We got Mahidi joined on Instagram.
What's up, Mahidi?
Sherry Amore.
Sherry.
T'Challa 1969. We got Action Altadena joined. Classic Ash. Robinson Diane. Type Fiend. And Wrath of Khan. Every time I see that, I laugh because it reminds me of Star Trek. And Miss White from Neighborhood Story, I believe.
Nice. Okay. Do y'all remember these oil little lamp?
Oh yeah.
Display things.
I used to spray it with water and see if it mess up. Those things were eerie. Because the oil would drip down the thing and it just looked weird.
Yeah, it looked real crazy.
Yeah, I remember those. That reminds me of Woolworth and Woolco. That's where they sell those stuff. That's kind of trinkets. And the haberdashery.
And the haberdashery.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go down to the haberdashery and pick up a couple of bow ties.
This was by far my favorite phone. I just have to admit, I don't know why, but I loved this phone. You get a nice long cord on it.
Yeah, because you could just real quick and dial that number.
Yeah, right after that rotary.
When it was rotary, right before these came out. And that was when call waiting started coming and three-way calling. I think I was in, was I 9th grade at the time? When that started popping off and I started participating in those kind of conversations. And hold up a minute. You got to make sure you press it twice so you can hang up the other person or put them on hold. Otherwise, you blend the calls together.
Three-way calling was bad because I knew a lot of people beat up over three-way calling.
They got beat up over it?
Yeah. Girl, tell me about that girl you was talking about.
Yeah, get that girl.
I heard what you said because they be on the phone with you. I hated the rotary dial because you try to sneak in the middle of the night to call somebody. You can't dial that thing slow. It was so loud.
We had the newer ones that were quiet that you couldn't hear.
No, I would say, call me at 12:01. I'm gonna call the time. And when I call the time, you can listen to the time at the tone the time will be 11 in 10 seconds. So I would wait and on the phone listen to the time, then the girl would call. And this is how
that way you can click over.
Yeah, that was three-way was a mofo back then. Busted you, yeah. You're talking to my friend. I heard the whole
Oh yeah, people would set people up like that too.
Oh,
like,
it was nothing but setup.
Well, how do you feel about that? What happened with so and so? Blah 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 blah.
And then she get beat up at school. No, they don't even come on and say nothing.
No, I knew some folks that came on.
You know what's so funny?
Right then.
We didn't even have social media, but everybody knew when somebody's going to get beat up at a certain time at school.
Right after school or at lunchtime?
No, at school, yeah. And you know, such and such is going to get her.
That is funny.
And you can always tell which ones is going to fight. I'm just going to call them out because they my friends and everything. But Sabrina and what's the name? I can't think of her twin sister's name. Tweety Bird, always fighting. Always. Look, she didn't even have to fight no more. Her reputation preceded her. She just was like, come down there. I ain't nobody messing with Baby D. She was the first Baby D.
Do you remember this? I hated these covers.
I hated anything that covered a toilet seat, period.
Because it wouldn't close. I mean, it wouldn't stand up. You know how we gotta
you got to lean it all on your back. You got,
right. It would fall every time.
Get off. Get off.
That's how thick that carpet used to be, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that. I'm surprised they didn't have something on the seat itself. Because, you know, most of them had. Remember when they finally came out with the cushion?
Yeah.
But when your butt was sore.
Yeah, so it's like a.
You sit down and go. My mother was like, you better wipe it off, too. You better raise that seat up. Don't be peeing all over the seat.
Right. But
these are some great days, boy. We need to have some of these. We need to have a year of just nostalgia. Just go back to, like, they need to have a town that's just built like the 60s or 70s or 80s. Yeah.
Remember them sunken couches? You ever have one of those?
No, I don't think we ever had the money to be able to.
Well, not have one, but did you ever know anyone who had
large that house is? That house is large.
Yeah.
That's like about 20 steps before you even get to the couch.
Yeah. Wicker furniture.
Remember Wicks? They used to be selling all of that. In fact, I bought my son's bed. Was that Wicks or Levitt? I think it was Wicks.
Right,
going out. What was the one right there on Foothill? Was it Wicks or was it
Levitt's?
Oh, don't get started with the Tupperware party.
My mother would have one
every week.
Do you remember those?
Yes. I remember we have a whole bunch of bowls and the lids would be missing.
Yeah, you wouldn't have
the lid. Why can't you just wash the bowl and the lid and just put it back?
I remember the one thing that I thought was the coolest thing that Tupperware came out with was when you could put the burgers in those little individual things. And squish them down and put them in the freezer. So whenever you're ready, just open the thing, throw it on there.
Look, and now they already come like that.
Yeah. It's insane. That was a nice trip down memory lane.
Yeah, it was, because it was actually everybody could participate in it. Hey, man, my mother used to host them, and they be having Hennessy and Church's chicken.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she ain't saying that when she's coming on here. My family sold everything. Amway, Shackley, Mary Kay, everything. My mom was like the first husband. Yeah, she'd have a job and still be trying to do stuff on the side. She's the reason why I'm like this today. A go-getter, just trying to keep going with different stuff and see what actually works.
Yeah.
I used to take the round lids and throw them as frisbees outside.
That's why you didn't have no damn lids.
Well, yeah. Look, I told on myself. Oh, when the flash only worked 5 times.
Yeah, because you had that cube. It just
It had to
rotated.
turn. It turned, or actually, you turned it at first, and then it turned later on. It had an automatic.
The Instamatic.
Yeah, I used to give those out at parties. Not that kind, just the disposables.
The throwaway
And
ones.
tell people, and tell people to take pictures and then drop them in a box, and I'll take them to Kodak and have them.
Yeah.
That's how we got our pictures back in the day. It took like a week or 2.
Right.
Now you can't. You can get it instantly, and if you want to print it copy, you just hit the printer and bam. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that plastic on the furniture though, I'm still tripping off that. My mother, you ain't walking in that living room. Oh, that's funny. I do remember that, man. You do something. No, you do something.
Yeah, them popsicle makers were good too, Alicia. Very convenient when you actually took the time to make them.
Yeah, I didn't worry about the popsicle makers. I just put Kool-Aid in the ice with the saran wrap with some toothpicks in it and thought I was doing something.
That ain't bad either.
We didn't have no specialty maker.
You were the maker, huh?
Yeah, the maker, the candlestick maker, the butcher, the maker. So when he said, remember when they would walk around in a circle until someone pushed someone so they could go fight? Yeah, because you had
remember they would do a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, like you'd be like,
yep.
But then somebody would just push you into them to get it started because they got time to wait.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the next day they'd be friends.
The next period or after lunch or whenever after school.
I remember I was going to get beat up after school at junior high. And I was trying to be all tough and I said, all right, I'll be there. And got there and everybody was circling. And I just got down on my knees and put my hands behind my back and turned my head. Said, man, go ahead. You're a big man. You all that. Just go ahead and knock me out. It's all good. And he said, man, just get out of my face. Because it wasn't going to be a fight if I ain't doing nothing.
Right.
I'm not about to mess with somebody that's 2 times bigger than me. Sorry. So just go ahead and just hit your best shot. And my father said, don't do that ever again. Just pick up a rock or something. I'll give you permission to do that when you are actually in the thick of some situation that you can't get out of. I said, you should have never said that. I was always hitting people upside the head with sticks after that. I get ready to get in a fight. The first thing I do is I start looking down on the ground. What can I hit this fool with
someone can pick up
and run?
I'm telling you, the older I got, the less fair a fight it was going to be should I get into one.
Oh, today.
It's like all I'm trying to do is end it quickly and walk away.
Today's no different.
Oh, what's that bottle right there? Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. But then I have to think now, do I want to go to jail for a couple of months?
Oh, of course. You know, I be thinking multiple steps ahead, like, okay, is this really worth it? All right. If it's unavoidable, you gotta do what you gotta do. But hey, this was a great retro Wednesday.
It was. I mean, we should probably do more of these because there's a lot of retro. I mean, way back, but the retro stuff, I mean, we have to start dealing with it by decade. Like 60s through the 70s and then 70s through the 80s. Because there's so much. And if you want to, there's a thing called Wayback Machine, where if you remember a website but it doesn't exist anymore, you can go to Wayback Machine and put it in there and they will find it. Do you know that I've been finding all of the old websites that I made from 20 years ago?
What?
Yeah, that was crazy. You know, like Nexus Network Solutions. Well, thank you everyone for joining today. This was actually a very interactive podcast today. We would like you guys to do in the future is invite yourself on so we can bring you on so you can talk about it with us. Because we're trying to. This podcast is really more of a interactive. We want people to come on and be a part of it. I mean, Marcus comes on all the time, but we want other people to come on too. So we extend the invite. If you guys, Wednesdays is always the best day to come on because we're always talking about something. Usually Wednesdays and Thursdays, but lately we've been doing Tuesdays and Thursdays with Tony Talk because there's a lot of people that we
believe it, Marcus.
Been scheduling. So I bet. I mean, don't get me started.
From 1970, exactly, original Tupperware.
Yeah, the stuff that actually worked, that didn't melt.
Yeah. Back in the day, you couldn't see through it. It was that solid color.
And you can't put these to-go containers in the microwave from any of these restaurants anymore. They just melt.
Yeah, they're not designed to be in there. Not at all.
Well, I'm going to go down here and see if Badass is open so I can get my Red Velvet.
Well, I hope she is.
But she better be. It's 11:45.
I hope she is.
I've been walking up here for the past 50 years. You know what?
You may want to make a couple suggestions in terms of their timing and whatever, but enjoy. Everybody enjoy your hump day. Hump day.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Hey, 2 more days in the week. I know it's only half a day left for today. Hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Join us tomorrow for episode 182, season 4. Tony does have a guest, and I forgot.
Don't forget to stop by our booth at the block party. We will be going live from there. So,
sheets. That's what
just want to make sure you guys tune in if you can't make it.
Hold on, Scott.
We like to go live because we want you to see how much fun you're missing out on, and which will make you put your booty in gear and get on down there. So, come out and have a good time. There's lots to do this weekend. This is actually the last summer weekend of the month. I mean, even though we're
already in the fall.
We're already in the fall, but we always say September is the last summer month. So come out this last weekend. We got the block party, we got concerts, we got Here Lay a Homes closing ceremonies, which I'll be there filming. We got all kinds of stuff happening this weekend. So come out.
I'm sure more will be added to that.
Oh yeah.
Rowan.
Yep, come out, stay tuned, and for those of you who have businesses, start hooking up with some of these block parties and events and start bringing your wares out there so people can see what you got, because now people are starting to come back to Altadena, and building is starting to happen. Everything is cleared out and everything. Let's bring our town back by bringing the businesses back first, because they'll be the ones. We got Mariposa Junction event happening. When is that?
November 29th.
Oh, that's
the cutoff for the vendors is the 30th. That's why we're showing the flyer.
Oh, this month?
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
Yeah, I gotta fill ours out. Anyway, thank you for watching. We are here for you every day, Monday through Friday. Not every day, but we are on the weekend still doing the same thing. We just don't broadcast it.
We're doing a thing or two.
And we got 19 more episodes until season 5.
I'm gonna come up with another theme song.
I can't believe that it's already almost about to be 200 episodes, and we are 4 months away from being 1 year from the fire. Time has flown.
That part there is crazy.
I looked up, back in January, you would have said I would have had 180 episodes by September. I would have been like, man, get out of here. But here we are.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah. So they didn't realize it's gonna be on camera all this time. Huh?
No.
Well, we're gonna say an infamous, huh?
I was just gonna say I knew I wasn't gonna really mind it, but it's still a trip. So I'm just gonna throw this up here real quick, and this is something we'll talk about. I'm gonna make it disappear real quick too. All right, we're gonna cover that one of these days.
That's
too.
my first job. Don't even get me started.
We got stories on that. We're not gonna do it.
Not
now.
only that, but I'm gonna call all the people that I worked with and tell them we're gonna be talking about this next Wednesday. So,
Good.
and then Don Buchanan.
Good.
What's that?
Save it for then. Save it for then. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
See,
gonna be
Mark
on
just
track.
got that glimpse. He knew that was a spot. Yep.
We used to do parties there afterwards on Friday.
I know. That'll be part of that show. That was just a teaser.
Yeah, that's the good old days.
All right. It sounds like you're about to wrap it. You let me know when you're ready to push the button. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. I'm going to throw my deuces up. And then whenever Brian's
Just saying thank you for everyone that always participates. We're grateful. Please share this with your friends, family, loved ones. The show is not just, it's like a variety show. We talk about a lot of stuff that was on, dealing with fires, but we also try to talk about community and trying to get more people involved. There's a lot of people that are in the community that are doing great things. The Altadena Dining Club, the Altadena Restaurant Crawl. We got other people doing different things that are trying to make our community really come back. And I couldn't say how more proud I am of everyone in this town that stepped up, because I can't vouch for what's going on in Malibu, in Palisades, and Hollywood Hills, and any other fire, but I know that
What are we trying to?
our town has set prototypes and precedents.
We're just doing our thing.
We're just trying to keep it going and get our town back so that we can be here 5 years from now when the last house is built and say, hey, we were here for you the whole time. Thank you. So, peace out.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you. Peace.